Facing the same corner the table was prior. In case it would turn. Right. Probably need to make another equipment report. Sometimes security camera. It is the 17th. Again for to see if they Marshall report. Security. Done. Dun 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 dun. Gotta make sure I'm on top of my reports for Angel. Creator, darker. Quickly. Am I on top of all my reports? I don't think I am. Get there. I need my equipment reports. Five times cameras were set up as CCTV. Dark purchase for this one. Dark purchase 3 times cameras, but only place. Be storing the other 2 in his locker. Oh. That's done. I haven't done this firearm discharge report. Uh-oh. This was the 16th. Service. Revolver. What's it called? Called a revolver, yeah. On the 16th of August, Single Dan got dark from the through the document transaction slot of the reception window. Dog shot one bullet back through the slot in the bullet proof window of the lobby and hit Vingle in the leg, incapacitating him instantly. The 8563 for all right, that's done. Have I done this one? Yep. I haven't done the fentanyl fish. Shit. Fuck. It's like 5 days old. My fucking fentanyl fish report. Bastard. Angel's gonna get me, guys. She's gonna fucking get me. Is there no BCSO tag? What the? Oh, there is. It's not blank out though, is it? Is there a Peters tag? Fentanyl fishing. Okay, is there a different report that I can grab? Beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. Okay. And on the 12th. This isn't an incident, but reporting Marshall's dark debrief. On the 12th of August, Dark was a Marshall Dark approached by Eugene Zuckerberg. Who was looking for payment for his services to actually I don't remember exactly what he was looking for. Who informed him that he had been requested to transfer to dump fish at the BCSO office by Tyler Peters, assistant. He said he was requesting this because the BCSO were filling fish with fentanyl and putting them in the city waters, causing them to reproduce at rapid rates, causing chaos. I remember him saying that. So Eugene dumped a lot of fish at BCSO. Dark paid Eugene for the text exchange between him and Peters. Okay. Hey. Sorted. And then I'm gonna grab Eugene's text messages. Eugene text. 108. I do it. I'm doing good, thank you, Copy. How are you, buddy? Is there any more about this? There was the Eugene littering, I think. Did he plead guilty to this? Or? PCSO yeehaw report. What the fuck? You can put emojis in. Wait, you could put emojis in reports. Hold on. You can put emojis in reports. Eugene Zuckerberg's DNA was found and documented on every littered fish in the lobby. That's so funny. Oh my god, they went through 22 fish. That's amazing. What the fuck? Sad child who saw the fish. What is this report? Did he outrun the warrant? No, he pled guilty. 22 counts of littering. Why does it say violent? I feel like I remember seeing a picture where it says LSPD. Maybe that was a tweet and I got it. Not the right one. Let me see if I've got it. Might have it. I don't know if I do. I specifically remember seeing a tweet from Eugene where it says like LSPD was spelled out on the floor in fish. No? Maybe I didn't photograph that tweet. Is that actually his phone number? 4295. Fucking hell it is. Probably best to get it off his profile. The fact that Peters only has 3 daps in his thing is crazy. I did a little thing. I'm just gonna work. Let's see. It is. I feel like one of those YouTubers, you know, when they put like a big red arrow. I should have done like a big red arrow to point out where the phone number was. Should have taken a picture of that fucking thing. Okay. Right. Reports. Any other reports I need to do? They all tagged properly? Make sure I've tagged them all properly. Yeah, they're all tagged. Oh! That's fine. Yeah, they're all fine. If you look at state marshal reports, how are we looking? Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Peter's around right now. I don't really have a lot of time. He's not around anyway. Oh, Bayweather's around. I really need to talk to fucking Angel, though. See you, Grell. Have a good one, buddy. I don't know.
Hey there.
Hey, buddy. It's State Marshal Dark here. How are you?
Hey, Dark. What's up?
Not much. Not much. I just wanted to talk to you about a FOIA request that I think you were the one that's done it. I've kind of been pinged everywhere, here, there, and everywhere.
Okay.
It was. Let me get the report number for you. It was. Hold on a second. I think it was 8035, if I can remember off the top of my head while I try and find it. Yeah, 8035. Was that you that did that one?
I don't. So I got approached by Finley, that he wanted to FOIA it. But it was marked as an investigation because people were still interviewing people. and in regards to what Finley wanted was basically how his MC got shot or whatever.
Hmm.
And then Susie had a warrant for it, so I never formally FOIA'd it.
Oh, so she had a
Um,
warrant at the time.
yes,
Oh, so there was no way that was getting foiled like
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, complete non-issue. All right. Well, thank you very much, buddy. That's completely cleared it up. Okay. So in terms of the investigation thing, it was just like, it was still like people were still being interviewed. Like, who do you know
Yeah,
who was
people
being
were
interviewed?
being so kind of everyone that was at the fair and who gave victim statements on scene.
Hmm.
Um I talked to some of the AOs, or like the people who are on scene because that was when I was on LOA. So I had
Yeah.
absolutely zero context to that
Yeah.
situation. So I was just asking them like, "Hey, where is this going?" Um and basically they were interviewing people, making sure that all of the victim statements were still just that, and seeing um, if they remembered any other information and not directly after, they were fucking shot.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know who was handling that? Just out of curiosity.
um, I know Crystal was. I had Lando as well in that conversation. And Pierce. I think Pierce kind of took a step back away from that though. So I think give Crystal a call, and she'd have more kind of context to all of that. He is
Okay.
in a chase though right now on channel 2, from I can see on the run one.
Okay. All right. Okay. Seems like a it seems like a non-issue. Thank you very much, babe, for clearing that up.
Of course. Have a
All
good
right.
one.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like, I mean, if Susie had a warrant at the time and it was like a couple of days after, and Finn was like, I want to fire it. I mean, Bay literally couldn't fire that because there was a warrant. The investigation part is a little bit like, meh, but I mean, it sounds like they were just following up with witnesses. Nothing to it. I'll be honest. There's literally nothing to it. Honestly, I'm really happy to close that case. And just shove it into penny conclusion, and I'm gonna shove it down to all I gotta do is talk to Moss, because if she wants to do something with Peters about that incident, she can, for firing into the, the crowd of people and possibly getting someone injured, but there's no real confirmation. It's just, it's more of the action of firing into a crowd. But we're not going to be pushing criminal charges. At least I don't want to push criminal charges. I don't really want to talk. I don't want to talk to Andy. We've found out more than enough from other officers. Negligence done in good faith, exactly, which is a command issue, not a martial issue. Lawyer was denied due to active warrant for Susie Carmichael. I don't. What am I doing here? Oh my! I am spelling this so wrong. Holy fuck! Perfect. So I'm gonna move this on the case border. Why is this being so slow? I'm gonna do this though. How can I do this? Okay. Be a bitch then. Be a bitch. See if I care. I saw someone twatted. Fuck BD. Yeah. Ooh. 3 pieces of legislation for Blaine County to contest. So. Interesting. Case closed. So I think I might just do like a little. Wait, where did Angel go? Oh, she might have signed on as a judge or something. Do the announcement. I might do like a little write up for the chief. But it's whether or not she's actually going to do anything. Anastasia Pierce interview. This is kind of a long one. So what we can do is we can just go boop, 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 boop. We can make it nice and small. Font for ants, listen. Shut up. Highlight the important bits in red. Didn't ship those to any people. Not bothered about the foyer anymore. This should not. You don't need to read it, guys, okay? It's for me. It's not for you. It's for me. Aspen did not shoot because it was not safe. Civilians were everywhere. Was shooting in the direction of the main crowd of people. You go ahead, Angel.
She's a paralegal. She could probably help you out.
She's good.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. You take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, me then.
Hi, Eve. How are you doing?
Jesus, Angel's busy already.
Pretty good. What's up?
God damn.
I can be there if you want me to be. Right. So that the money gets split to Blaine County. Yeah. I could do that now if you want. I'm not really doing anything particular, so.
That's
Well, this is 2
done.
minutes. I'm not doing anything, and I'm telling you I'm gonna.
I'm not really working on that pipsqueak case, so I don't know where I'm listed. I see this OIS investigation here, but then I see it also down here as closed. Which one is it? Is it closed or is it open? Yeah, I'm literally gonna go in 40 minutes, so. Maybe Ziggy dipped out? I don't know, maybe just ignored me. I need to pee. I'm back in a sec.
Northbound onto James Street.
Yeah, Angel's going. Angel's leaving. Alright. Back in a sec, chat. Is that Cosmic? But mm, 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 mm. Did Angel look at my warrants yet? Probably not. I don't want to look. Oh, hey, Grayson. Now. Does he not see me? Are you okay? Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hi. What's up, Doc?
Hello.
Hello.
I thought I'd done something to upset you.
No, I think I woke up behind the desk and I couldn't see or hear anything until I got outside. It must have been a rough one last night. I don't really remember.
Oh. You shouldn't drink alcohol. It's bad for you.
Oh, no, I quit that when I left the DOJ.
Yeah,
I think I was just up too late. Didn't get enough sleep, you know?
I saw North 69 Grayson and let's just say I was shocked, but excited. I'm happy to have you on the team, buddy.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to work alongside you, to be honest. I mean, after that sanguine shit show, it's good to know there's like good people here. People I can trust.
Yeah, it's off to a good start. Well, you know, we had Pred was a rocky start, I'll be honest.
I mean, it's Pred.
It's Pred, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, is anybody else here? I just heard somebody. Oh, it might have been the parking lot. I'm just gonna check the roof. We're good.
White sports car peeled out the parking lot.
Yeah, we're all right. I did put some CCTV cameras up this morning.
Ooh.
But they seem to expire after a few hours.
Ah, okay. So it's like active. Got it.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Just handing out some case notifications. I don't know if you noticed on the State versus Pipsqueak, the evidence, we had an issue with it. Robin
I saw that,
linked. Yeah. Well, Siobhan this morning motioned to dismiss the case based on the lack of evidence, even though discovery hasn't closed.
Yeah, that's
and she's just YOLOing things. She's just trying desperately.
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah. And I need to talk to.
Are we
deputy
pushing witness tampering for our thing?
He's not a witness. He's just counsel. If we were going to articulate that anyway, we'd articulate it as terrorism, I think. If you wanted to go as big as you possibly could. Because it's destabilization of a government entity, right? So what we'd argue, if we wanted to argue that, was that Robin, while acting as a San Andreas State Marshal prosecutor, is actively a part of a government entity, and by intimidating him into not prosecuting, they're destabilizing the entire prosecutorial wing of the state marshals.
Yeah.
It feels a little aggressive when we've already got her on two of the big
Yeah,
ones.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, but no, it's not actively witness tampering because Robin shouldn't have been giving any kind of testimony.
No, I agree. Guess it was
I-
my
it-
mistake
we-
thinking it was
I-
covering
I think-
prosecution too.
I think interference with a lawyer during the course of their duties could be a charge. I don't know the other one, but I think it's something we should have.
I completely agree. I think that there should be something. It seems like a bit of a loop.
Intimidation of a government official, maybe
Mm-hmm.
something along those lines. It's something we should probably talk to Angel about at some point.
Because there's extortion where you get something from a government employee.
I mean,
But
how's that articulated?
it's you get something, like you perform an act, but there isn't a charge that's like you don't perform an act. Extortion is like, do this thing for me, but there's not a don't do this thing for me.
Well, he did actively perform an act because he performed an act by withdrawing from the case.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Maybe extortion. Maybe extortion works.
I got a question for you, Grayson.
Yes.
Subpoena, if we subpoenaing a phone number when we don't know the owner.
Phone number. The
No.
issue. So
We have the number, but we don't know the owner.
yeah. So you want to try and like link it to a person. Your issue with that, and this is the issue we always had with that, is even the judicial authority didn't have access to that. But B, the argumentation I always had put forward by the state to me was, if people are buying burner phones from like gas stations or whatever, why would the gas station take a record of who's buying it?
Right, exactly.
So, you know.
So it's not a problem to do so?
I mean, you could always ask, right? And see if they're willing to hand it over if they have that information. If you've got probable cause, they should give it to you regardless. It's just whether or not A, the phone company's willing to play ball, and B, whether or not, you know, we have access to that information at all. You know, you could always try it.
Yeah. It's to do with this Prism case. It's kind of escalated a little bit.
I found one of those tapes.
You did?
Yeah, I told the BCSO about it. They told me, yeah, I've already seen that one. Go away.
What? When was this?
I don't know, a couple of weeks ago.
What? There's a... You... What did you... Have you got it?
No, I handed it over.
Who?
Might have been Jimbo. Did I hand it over or did Jimbo just tell me to put it in the bin because he didn't want it? I can't remember. It's a while
Wankers.
ago.
Absolute wankers. We got prints. The only reason we have a prime suspect right now is because we had prints on one of the fucking tapes. What absolute donkeys.
Doc, I was just a lawyer at this point. Let me.
No. I'm not saying this to you.
No. Let me talk you through this. So I'm walking through City Hall, and there's a tape on the ground. So I call the first officer that I thought of, Jimbo, because I'd just been told him, and I'm like, hey, look, there's a tape. He's like, I'll be there in 2 minutes to get it. I'm like, sweet. 20 minutes later, he's still not here. I'm like, look, Jimbo, I haven't touched this. I don't want to disturb a crime scene if it's a crime scene. I've dealt with this stuff before, way back in the day when we did the cassette killer case with Weasel News. We don't disturb crime scenes. We don't touch anything. We don't like put fingerprints on things that have fingerprints. And he's like, yeah, just put it in the bin. We've already seen that one, I think.
That's insane. Okay, so did you put it in the bin?
I mean, I was told to by a law enforcement officer, Doc.
I'm gonna cry. What bin? What bin was it? What bin?
It was one of the ones in City Hall, just around the lobby somewhere.
Did you just put it on top of the bin, or was it? It's probably been taken away by the fucking trash bin at this point.
There's been several sanitation runs since then. Yes, I'd say so. Yeah, I was a little surprised by the response. Yeah, speaking of Jimbo, I need to inform him that we won the Mist and Cabin appeal on the docket.
Fantastic.
It's good to get wins.
You've been a judge. The only way to get an output of a subpoena is through a judge, right?
Yes, I do believe so.
Now, if I was any cop, if let's say I was a, if you're a judge and someone calls you up and they're a law enforcement officer,
Yeah.
If they do they just have to be any law enforcement officer? If I go like if I'm me and you were a judge who wasn't, you know, a marshal or related to the marshals,
Yes.
and I go back to an old subpoena, right? I go back to like an old one or an old, and I go back to like, I don't know, something in fucking, I'm just picking a random one from back in, I don't know, July. And I'm like, this was signed. Can I get a copy of this? Like, can I get the output? Are you going to say yes or no?
If you can give me a reason, I'd probably give it to you.
Okay.
I mean, at that point, like the defendant themselves should have been given notice, right? So they should have been provided that. Now, unless the case has been sealed after the fact, to be honest, it's probably fireable. If you've got a reasonable reason to have it. Like,
I see. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, most of the times, if you subpoenaed something, right, and you've got the receipt, even with a statement of probable cause, chances are it's been thrown on the docket at some point for evidence, right? If it's been used in the case.
Yeah.
Which would make it a matter of public record at that point.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I guess my issue is, and it hasn't come up yet, but my issue is coming up through being a marshal and not necessarily being in contact with all the police officers, or some officers not being in the PD anymore, especially a lot of CIB.
A lot of turnover, right?
Right. So, the easy thing to do would just be contact the officers involved. They got the subpoenas and get the records from them because they'll have the copies, right?
Yes.
But again, if they're not in the PD anymore, they might not have the copies, that kind of thing, or even just not being able to, you know, talk to the officers, or them not being willing to turn them over, that kind of thing. It's more of a question is, as marshals, you know, if we went back through and we wanted to gain access to these records from a certain term,
just reading the legislative provisions that, you know, establishes, right? We have jurisdiction everywhere. So jurisdiction over previous investigations, like, absolutely fits. If we ask for something, they should give it to us. Now, the officers themselves who was involved in that may not have it, but the chain of command should, right? Because the chain of command will have had to authorize the warrant in the first place.
Yeah. 100%.
So I see no reason why we couldn't just, like, if you can't find the actual officer or the officer's left, then somebody in that chain of command should still have access to that.
Yeah.
And if not, the DOJ, I guess.
Yeah. This is all hypothetical. It's just, well, it kind of is, kind of isn't. It's just that it was weird because I kind of went down a rabbit hole yesterday of, on the Prism site, I don't know whether you've seen it at all, but there was some...
Taking a brief cursory look, yeah.
There's these, like, phone download pages on there, and one of them's like this unknown stalker sim between the stalker and Nancy Ree. There's only 3 text messages. One of them's a picture, and this picture's like Nancy Ree at the hospital, and it's a picture from behind. And I was going through these subpoenas, and I actually can't remember why I was going through them. It was for a reason for another case. I think it might have even been the prison thing. And I went through and I clicked on this Hitman subpoena. And it was an unknown SIM card from back in June. And I clicked on it and then I saw the photo from the website. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Now, bear in mind that the subpoena wasn't signed or anything, so it was nothing I could do with it anyway. I actually don't know why it wasn't signed. Here's another issue. I couldn't even find the bloody SIM card. And the two people that were involved are no longer in the PD. It's Maeve and Riker. So trying to find that SIM
there was
card.
evidence missing from the evidence logger.
Well, this is the thing. There is no evidence locker that's easily findable because there's a subpoena which references the SIM card. And then I couldn't find like an actual, because the issue is the easy way to find reports from somebody is to just go to the reports tab and like search for, go to the advanced search and then creator and then search for the officer, right? But because they're no longer officers, you can't do that anymore. So it's very hard to find their reports. So there might be a report about it. But finding that is, you know,
right,
really difficult. So I
know Barrett's Barrett had similar issues, right? Barrett's been digging into guns and goes into reports, and then there are guns missing from evidence lockers.
That is about that. That is an issue that Day began looking into, and it might be a. We were informed by Lieutenant Crane of the BCSO that it might be a bigger issue. That so basically right now that investigation is on hold.
Okay.
So I was really informed Craig on that to kind of put that on pause, because yeah, I also had a similar issue where I was like, oh my god, guns are missing, and then it was like, actually let's put that on hold because yeah, Crane was on about like someone had access to like some kind of fucking crazy technology from Humane Labs to like open wormholes and shit and like pull evidence out. Yeah, some fucking crazy shit. I don't fucking understand.
We should just shut that place down. It makes everything worse.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. So how are you excited to get into some like investigative work, or you what's your plan?
I mean, initially, I didn't even really get a proper interview. I just came in and started talking to Angel about basically what happened to Darkness. LSPD offered me a spot, right? They were like, look, we'll give you a gun and a badge. You don't have to patrol. Just come in, teach us law. So, I went back to the DOJ and I talked to them and they were like, well, we just hired a couple of new judges. So we're kind of full right now. I'm like, okay.